Check out what's trending in this week's Afro here on The Rundown. Welcome to The Rundown, sponsored by Be Inspired Global Media. I'm your host, Micha Green, and here are this week's trending stories. In national news, America lost a true hero, justice fighter, and political leader. Rest in power to the civil rights icon, Congressman John Lewis. He died on Friday, July 17th from stage 4 pancreatic cancer. He was 80. As the world remembers him, the Afro is using our front section of this week's paper to remember the great civil rights leader and congressman who was the last surviving speaker from the March on Washington and whose skull was fractured on Bloody Sunday, and the man who continued to fight for justice until his dying day. We salute you, Congressman Lewis. Job well done. And in the last bit of national news, rapper, artist, and newly minted politician Kanye West made major headlines beginning last Sunday when at a campaign rally in North Charleston, South Carolina, he made some controversial statements and began screaming and crying. One of the most controversial comments of the evening is when he came for Harriet Tubman, saying she never actually freed the slaves, she just had them work for other white people. He then began crying and screaming when speaking about the fact that he and his wife, Kim Kardashian West, ultimately decided not to abort their oldest daughter, North. Days after, the rapper tweeted, then deleted cryptic messages about his wife, children, and mother-in-law, Kris Jenner. West has been open about his bipolar disorder diagnosis, and many are saying his most recent rally and tweet storm were part of a manic episode. In an exclusive interview, the Afro spoke to psychiatrist, physician, minister, and writer Dr. Leland Jones about Kanye's mental state and his personal reflections on what the artist is experiencing. Jones urges people to treat Kanye with compassion versus judgment during this time. In Baltimore news, we have part 2 of our exclusive interview with Baltimore Police Commissioner Michael Harrison. Be sure to check out what Commissioner Harrison has to say about the work being done in the Baltimore Police Department. And finally, in DC news, we remember legendary radio host Patrick Ellis, who hosted 96.3 WHUR's Gospel Spirit Show every Sunday for over 4 decades. Ellis died on July 16th at the age of 77 from complications due to COVID-19. Rest in power, Mr. Ellis. Go to afro.com to check out all of our stories, or just subscribe to the website for instant access. And don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe to the Be Inspired Global Media YouTube channel for more content sponsored by the Afro. Again, I'm your host, Micha Green, and make sure you tune into next week's edition of The Rundown.